King's Cross was once Sydney's vibrant nightlife entertainment precinct, where there were hundreds of bars, clubs, and restaurants catering to the night scene. Locals and tourists flocked to this area, especially in the weekends, to party and socialize. While some describe Sydney's Golden Mile as the entertainment district and vibrant nightlife scene, others describe the area as notorious, out of control, and too much violence with the mix of booze and drugs. There have been a series of alcohol-related violence in the area throughout the years, but the two most known cases were the deaths of two 18-year-olds, Thomas Kelly and Daniel Christie, both the victims from a one-hit punch by thugs that took both their lives. This instigated the controversial lockout laws, which was introduced on March 2014. Since then, the venues at New South Wales and CBD area were forced to shut down their doors by 1:30 a.m., stop serving alcohol by 3 a.m., and no takeaway booze was allowed to be bought after 10 p.m. The government's main reason for the lockout laws was to curb the alcohol-related violence. Only the casinos were exempt from the lockout laws, which many of the business owners of the affected area found to be unfair and dubious. In the 12 months post the lockout laws, the New South Wales Bureau of Crime Statistics and Research reported that non-domestic assaults went down 32% at King's Cross to even as low as 60%, according to the Premier Mike Baird. And according to the Australian Medical Association, ambulance assault calls dropped to one-third. And St. Vincent Hospital said that critically injured patients dropped by 25%. But the violence rate isn't the only thing that went down. According to the City of Sydney, foot traffic was down 58% by 11 p.m. and 84% by 4 a.m. Around 40 businesses has closed down and the revenue has fallen 20 to 50%. One of the businesses that closed down was the famous Hugo Lounge. In the Sydney Morning Herald article on August 2015, Hugo's owner Dave Evans said that the lockout laws caused 60% and to 80% drop in customers to the King's Cross area. The lockout laws has caused the local residents to be at war. Many of the business owners said hundreds have lost their jobs and tens of millions of dollars have been lost in revenue. But even so, according to the Foundation for Alcohol Research and Education poll for New South Wales residents on February 2016, 68% support the lockout laws. 61% believe bars and clubs and restaurants are not doing enough to address alcohol misuse, and 81% want better transport near bars and clubs. But while King's Cross night scene began to fade, a new thriving daytime scene took its place. According to Grant Collins, owner of the Powder Keg, funky restaurant bars opened everywhere, and they were confident foot traffic will come back. Ice cream parlors, desserts and restaurants, as well as fitness clubs like Anytime Fitness has begun to take root in the area, to what they now prefer to be called Potts Point. It is difficult to say how King's Cross will recover or what their future holds. Many are still fighting the laws and throwing protests and even conducting online petitions in an effort to reverse the laws. Will the neighborhood evolve into a daytime scene completely? Will the lockout laws eventually be overturned like it was in Melbourne, where a similar law was overturned after only 3 months? Only time will tell.